Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Auphanim. So we're going to start here with an article on U.Today, and it's very interesting. And it just shows that the brilliant minds out there in the world, I believe that they're on the same page with what I'm saying, that in the future, there is an explosion for Bitcoin as countries and states are trying to use it as legal tender. There's a lot of different developments and catalysts going on with it. So yes, you're going to have corrections and dips, but in the long term, Bitcoin stands to have an explosion in price. Okay, you just have to look for the proper catalyst, do your research, know when certain things are going to occur, put it on your calendar so you can have the right entry points. Okay, you have to have a combination of those types of things with understanding the charts and the emotions that the market is moving with, of course. But let me read this little tidbit here. It says, in its annual report that was filed with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission on February the 7th, Tesla, the world's largest electric car manufacturer, revealed that it held $1.99 billion worth of Bitcoin. Now, Elon Musk, I've watched many interviews with this gentleman, is a brilliant individual, in my humble opinion. I don't know what he created, or I just know from how he speaks and his understanding of things. Not only that, he has a cadre of people working for him as researchers, bringing him the documents that are necessary for him to know what is a good investment. And if Tesla is holding $1.99 billion worth of Bitcoin, that tells you, or should be an indicator to anyone, there is something big on the horizon that Tesla knows. They're going to see a healthy return on investment. They really already have, but they understand there's an explosion coming, or they would not hold that. If there wasn't a bright future for Bitcoin, they would not be holding Bitcoin. We're all here to make money. So they are expecting to make money from Bitcoin. It's just not about supporting the tech, because Elon Musk made it very clear that even though the layer ones or the legacy cryptocurrencies are better than fiat currency, it's still old and antiquated. Okay, it's still out of date. Okay, so he's not in favor of the tech, but so it can't be those reasonings why he has Bitcoin. It's not to support the technology, but it has to be, if not that there is a large amount of money to be made in the future. Not only that, let's take into account also that Cathie Wood of ARK Invest, who in my opinion is very brilliant, we share a lot of the same views as far as deep value territories and long-term investments, having a lot of foresight. Cathie Wood just put out an astronomical number. I don't want to say the number because I don't know. I don't want to be misquoted. Put out an astronomical number for what she believes Bitcoin is going to reach. You have all of these brilliant people around the world telling you that Bitcoin is going to reach an astronomical number, and yet all of the lay people are telling you that it's not, it's going to die, it's going away, such. I don't know. All I know is about what money can be made in the positive. And yes, you're going to have dips and corrections. It's not going to be easy. There are many combatants who are going to go against Bitcoin. However, that doesn't negate the fact that people have made very healthy gains off of Bitcoin. They see that it can be at times easy money, and they're going to try to bolster that. They're going to try to promote that. There's a lot of individuals who are going to do things that are going to build on top of Bitcoin or add layers to it to make it better. And these brilliant minds see that, and they understand that there is something major on the horizon. Of course, like I said, keep your ears open, your eyes open. If you're a holder of Bitcoin and an investor in Bitcoin, don't expect it to be easy, but Tesla would not hold this much Bitcoin if they believe that it had a dim future. Obviously, they believe it has a bright future. So this next article supports what I was saying the other day about countries adopting Bitcoin as legal tender, states within the United States trying to legalize Bitcoin as legal tender. That's massive news, by the way. That's going to affect the price if all of this goes according to plan. And I also said that El Salvador does not have to listen to the IMF. Do you remember that? You recall that I said that. Now you have an article here today on zcrypto.com, and the article title is as such, confirming what I said before. El Salvador takes a swipe at the IMF. President Bukele predicts huge price gains for Bitcoin. The president predicts huge price gains for Bitcoin. It's not because of his own judgment. They have briefings. They sit in briefings. They have hired researchers. Some of the most brilliant minds in their countries are bringing him detailed files. This is how it works, everyone. They're bringing him professionals, well paid, by the way. This is what they do for a living. They went to very good schools, are bringing him detailed files and giving him briefings, whether virtual or in office, and indicating to, or not indicating, but divulging to him the data and the research that proves and supports his belief that there is huge price gains for Bitcoin. Haven't I been saying that? Haven't I been saying that? There are catalysts on the horizon. Now, don't get me wrong. There are no guarantees. So yes, things can go wrong, but this is, things are trending towards everything going according to plan, as far as countries adopting it as legal tender, states wanting to use it as legal tender. So many large institutions and corporations want to mass adopt Bitcoin and have a piece of it to hold. I mean, all of these things have been going well. Certain entities are trying to make Bitcoin more green. I mean, we'll see how that goes, because if that does not go well, then of course there's going to be problems. That's just logical. But if it goes according to plan and they can green Bitcoin up, I had a subscriber tell me that they're actually, and thank you, subscriber, I appreciate you giving me that information. I can't confirm it just yet, but the subscriber said that they're building mining equipment that is going to be more efficient on energy. There's a lot of things going on. We'll continue to monitor things and see how it goes. But the president of El Salvador is saying the same thing that I've been saying. We could be completely wrong, but we will see how this goes. But I anticipate there will be an explosion in price. I'm telling you now, I believe firmly that Bitcoin can shatter, just blast through 70K, 80K, and it will be well on its way to $100,000. That's what it looks like in my humble opinion. That's what it looks like in my humble opinion. I think there will be some consolidation around 90K. There will be a lot of people that will be filled with fear of losing their gains around 90K, 95. That range there, in my humble opinion, I could be wrong. And so if you see a little bit of a dip, I expect that around that time. And if there's a little bit of a dip, there will be more of a dip. There will be more of a correction around that range, in my humble opinion. But yes, I see that explosion coming from a mile away, in my humble opinion. I don't know when. I just know that if you can keep up with the catalyst, then you can anticipate when that might happen. So now let's continue on to some Ethereum news. Very disturbing Ethereum news, by the way. I don't know why Vitalik does some of the things that he does that I believe, my humble opinion, are injurious to Ethereum at a time when Ethereum has major competitors on the horizon with major backing. That's the one thing I want to point out. Let's take H-bar Hedera as an example. You don't want to say anything injurious to your protocol while you have another protocol that does what you do, but better. This is just facts. H-bar is better than Ethereum at everything Ethereum does. And it has the backing of Google, IBM, Boeing, FIS, a myriad of major institutions that have money behind it. You don't want to injure yourself. They're coming after you. So I don't understand why Vitalik says things like this, but let's continue on with this article here. The article is titled as such: Vitalik Buterin, Ethereum will likely never be much faster. My goodness, you did not want to say that. When you have, like as I stated, protocol that do what Ethereum does better than Ethereum, and they're lightning fast. I almost didn't believe this at first, okay? And then I had to verify it. And on Vitalik's Twitter, he has this posted. I don't understand this. This can have a very negative effect in the future on Ethereum's price as superior technologies come to prominence. But let's just read a little bit of this here. It says, Vitalik on network speed. This is on cryptobriefing.com, by the way. Cryptobriefing.com. You can go over there and check them out. Vitalik Buterin has suggested that Ethereum blockchain is unlikely to get much faster in spite of its planned upgrades. Buterin's comments came yesterday in response to a Reddit user who asked why switching from proof of work to proof of stake would not reduce block confirmation times. Now, like as I said, I had to verify this. I didn't believe this at first that he actually said that. So then I went to his Twitter and he has it posted there, and he elaborates on what he meant. Their version of proof of stake does not increase the speed exponentially, how other proof of stakes that were specialized for speed are capable of, for lack of a better word. My goodness, I don't, but why would you indicate that it's not likely? It says unlikely, which is not a guarantee, by the way. That's not a guarantee. But why would you even put that energy out there? I don't know what's going on with Ethereum right now. I don't know. They changed their Ether 2 over to consensus layer. I mean, consensus does a good job, but there's so much going on with Ethereum. We have to keep an eye on this. Yes, I still believe that Ethereum is going to do very well. NFTs on Ethereum are exploding this summer, this spring and summer. There are catalysts coming up that are going to just drive NFTs through the roof. So Ethereum is going to continue to do well as long as they are the biggest mover of NFTs. Also, their smart contracts are still pretty good, but you have, like I said, competitors on the horizon. So until that time where the competitors catch up with marketing and popularity and such like that, I expect Ethereum to continue to dominate. Yeah, I do think Ethereum could 3x or 4x. Definitely. They have a lot of institutional interest. There's mass adoption for Ethereum happening. So there's a lot of good things happening. And so we'll continue to watch and see what happens. He said unlikely, that's not a guarantee. So, I mean, the future still looks bright, but this is a little bit concerning to me. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section. Does this concern you that he said that, or that, you know, Ethereum might not get much faster? Speed is very important. Consensus is pushing Ethereum for CBDCs. They're going to need speed. They're going to need speed for those transactions. When you're competing against banking rails, cryptocurrencies who are specialized banking rails that move money extremely fast and are only getting faster. So anyway, everyone, thank you for being here and watching the video. Now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.